Well, guys, I must say, Georgia, the state of Georgia, the Republicans in Georgia are so weak. They're letting Fani Willis pretty much run the state. They're letting Fani Willis actually go after Donald Trump for the 2020 election. That's probably the reason why, guys, Joe Biden won, in quotation, Georgia in 2020. Republicans are weak. They are so weak, man. If the Republicans in Georgia don't get their act together, guess what? They're not going to be in control of that state. Maybe right now, they aren't even in control of that state. They are so weak. They really should be investigating Fani Willis, who's trying to lock up Donald Trump. I mean, guys, we got some bombshell news here. This actually caught me off guard right here. I'm shocked that Brian Kemp and the other Republicans aren't questioning this, as far as we know. They should, man, because we found out that there is some massive collusion between Fani Willis and that so-called January 6th Select Committee, which was nothing more than people put on that committee by Nancy Pelosi. It was not bipartisan, none whatsoever. So what? They had Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney. Yeah, Liz Cheney's talking about voting for Joe Biden now. And Adam Kinzinger, oh boy, he's definitely pro-Democrat, man. That was not bipartisan. Fani Willis is trying to lock up Donald Trump, but it doesn't look like the trial is actually going to start this year. I mean, probably not. All these other trials too, man, this is nothing more than the establishment trying to stop Donald Trump from winning. And as of right now, guys, he is winning in a landslide against Joe Biden. Folks, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like this video. Become a channel member. Support us in our fight. We have our member live stream tomorrow. We appreciate the support. Look at this, guys. Right here. Fani Willis secretly colluded with January 6th committee could blow up case. This whole thing now may come to an end and crumble because Fani Willis here, the communist that she is getting exposed. And Nancy Pelosi, man, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, my goodness. This is all going to fall apart. It should fall apart. But Republicans are probably too weak in Georgia to put a stop to this. Let's go ahead and read this, guys. Fulton County, Georgia DA Fani Willis secretly colluded with the one-sided Democrat-run January 6th committee to obtain tips that could help her prosecute Donald Trump and try to keep it out of court and public view using a procedural trick. The revelation could upend the prosecution of Trump and 18 co-defendants because the evidence was concealed to keep it away from discovery requirements that would allow defense lawyers to see what was shared and the extent of the collaboration. And we already know that some of those people, man, that were arrested in Georgia, they took plea deals. Jenna Ellis, one of the biggest sellouts out there right now, completely betrayed Trump when Trump didn't do anything wrong. Now she's out there trashing Trump on social media every time she gets an opportunity. It's really, really pathetic, guys. But anyway, Politico reported Wednesday, committee staff quietly met with lawyers and agents working for Fulton County DA Fani Willis in mid-April 2022, just as she prepared to convene a special grand jury investigation. In the previously unreported meeting, the January 6th committee aides let the DA's team review but not keep a limited set of evidence they had gathered. The committee aided Willis's probe even as it rebuffed the Justice Department's request for material in the separate federal criminal probe of Trump's election subversion. At the time, one reason the committee was more inclined to cooperate with the Fulton County team than with the federal prosecutors was that federal prosecutors might have been required to disclose the evidence in ongoing criminal cases related to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. January 6th Committee Chairman Benny Thomas, Democrat Socialist of Missouri, had previously described staff-level contacts between his panel and Fulton County prosecutors in early April 2022, nearly 2 weeks before the panel's staff met with Willis's team. Johnson told reporters he wasn't aware of how extensive those contacts were. And on Wednesday, Thompson told Politico that he did not know about the in-person visit that spring. Really? I'm not buying that right there. That's me. The lawyers from the January 6th committee shared evidence with Willis when she was convening a special purpose grand jury prior to the criminal grand jury. Since there were no defendants, Politico notes there could be no defense motions for discovery because the January 6th committee later destroyed its records. Really? Ironically, given that President Donald Trump faces a separate prosecution for mishandling government documents, but Joe Biden is not getting prosecuted on that. Keep that in mind. Joe Biden had documents. He wasn't even the president. But Donald Trump has the authority and they're going after him. Let that sink in. Man. But anyway, it may not be possible for the defense to obtain all evidence against it. Moreover, much of the January 6th committee's evidence was collected and presented in ways that violated the civil rights of defendants and witnesses, thanks to the fact that then Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, Democrat Socialist of California, blocked Republicans from appointing committee members of their choice. Yeah, she did. Witnesses who faced the committee's lawyers behind closed doors found that there was no semblance of a two-sided adversarial process, only an inquisition with even, quote, Republicans opposing Trump. Yeah, that was nothing but Democrats, man, on that so-called select committee. Nothing more. This is complete corruption right here. Complete corruption. Brian Kemp, you got to do something about this. You have to do something about this. Republicans need to take a stand. I mean, who's in charge of the state of Georgia? Is it Brian Kemp or is it Fani Willis? Fani Willis should be investigated and she really should be removed. I mean, this woman is corrupt, colluding with the federal government, man. All this is to get Trump. Those 18 people that got arrested, some of them have already had plea deals and now they're trashing on Trump. This is only about stopping Trump from being the president again. Joe Biden is doing so badly, man, that they know Biden can't win. The only thing they're doing now is trying to lock up Trump. I mean, folks, this right here, this election in 2024, the biggest of our lifetime. And the establishment, man, is trying to silence you, trying to censor you from voting for Donald Trump. They want him. They don't want him to go back to the White House so badly. They want to commit election interference. They want to lock him up and they want to violate your right to actually vote for him. This is pathetic, man. Republicans in Georgia, man, you guys need to do something. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.